I've been meditating for 15 years, and today I want to talk about one of the single most important things that transformed my practice: fixing my posture. So I want to give you 5 specific tips for this, because if you are sitting in the wrong posture, it's like you're meditating on hard mode. You're trying to stay focused, you're trying to deal with your thoughts, focus on the breath, whatever it is, but all the while you're dealing with this needless discomfort or pain. And so it's kind of like trying to deal with smaller distractions when there's this giant distraction grabbing your attention in the background. Right? So one of the most important things you can do for your practice is get rid of that big distraction so that you can focus more on fixing the smaller distractions. So, 5 things. The first one is get your hips up above your knees. So the easiest way to do this is to get a meditation cushion like a zafu, but you can also put a pillow, probably a few pillows, to get your butt up. You probably want your butt even higher than you think you should. So it should be like the back part of you is substantially higher than the front part. And kind of like your knees, if you're sitting cross-legged, are comfortably sitting in front of you, while your hips and butt are above them. So if you are sitting kind of flat on the floor or flat on a bed, and your feet and butt are on the same level, that's going to make it a lot harder for you. It's going to encourage you to naturally lean backward, whereas if you prop up your butt, it's going to balance you out vertically. So tip number 2 is to really support your body with what it needs to feel good. To not try to do some advanced pose or force yourself to just sit in pain, but to actually make it easier on your body. So for the vast majority of people, until you've practiced for many months, your knees, if you sit cross-legged, are going to be pretty high up there. And so instead of just allowing your muscles to work to support them, prop them up with some soft things. You know, if you go to a yoga class, they often have different blocks and straps and blankets and things like that you can use to help with your yoga postures. But at home, when you're meditating, you can just grab pillows or fold up a towel or a sweatshirt or something like that and just stick it under your raised knees, under each one. Maybe one is higher than the other, it needs some more propping. And anything else you need to do for to care for yourself. If the ground is hard, sit on something softer. Just really notice, where is pain coming from? And are there little tweaks that you can do to support a more easeful body experience? Tip number 3 is imagine when you're sitting there that there is a string coming from the top of your head up to the ceiling. So it's really easy when you're meditating to slouch forward. But the string helps you imagine it should always be pointed straight up at the ceiling. And along with that, you want to be careful to relax your shoulders so you're not having that string up there and also holding really rigid like that. Right? You want to kind of elongate your spine with the string, but then you also want to relax your shoulders and open them up. So it's easy when you're slouching to curve your shoulders inward, but it can be helpful to do the opposite and kind of purposefully open them up like that. Tip number 4, and this was a big one that I only learned just a few years ago, and this is really important. So if you've got your cushion, instead of just plopping straight down, instead of just sitting down on it, what you want to do is position yourself in front of the cushion and kind of stick your butt out backward, like when you do a squat, and then sit down that way and then fold backward. So you might hear yoga teachers and meditation teachers talking about your sit bones and kind of opening those up, and that never really landed with me. I never quite understood what they were talking about, but this is kind of a hack for doing that. So instead of going straight down, you start in front, you stick your butt out, put it down, and then relax back. All right? And then, to find your center, once you've sat down on the cushion, you can just kind of go a bit left, go a bit right, find the center point between left and right, and then the same with go a little forward, a little backward, and find the center. So you're kind of finding your center on the sides and then front and forward so that you're just straight up like that. Number 5 is release the tension in your body and try to smile. So it's easy to imagine that meditation is supposed to be super serious and rigid and you have to do it the right way. But, it's really meant to be kind of a joyful process of curiosity and just learning about yourself, learning about reality. What's it like to be me? What's it like to be in this moment, this brand new moment right now? Who am I in this moment? What am I feeling in this moment? What is reality like in this moment? And so there should be something kind of fun about that. So when you start your practice, see if you can find a little smile. Here I am. I get this time for myself. I'm prioritizing my well-being. I'm investigating reality. I'm investigating myself. Can I have a little smile about that? And can I do a quick scan down my body and notice if there's anywhere I'm holding tension? It might be you're kind of squeezing your eyes shut, or you're squeezing your jaw, or your shoulders like I mentioned, even your fists, your belly, your thighs, your toes. Just kind of a quick scan. Anywhere I'm holding tight. And then as you're breathing in and breathing out, on the out breath, see if you can just let everything soften a little more and let yourself sink into your cushion. All right. I hope those help. So again, the 5 are hips above knees. Support your knees with cushions or something else. Make yourself comfortable. Imagine the string. Put your shoulders back. Open them up. Get in front of your cushion. Put your butt down first. Then lean back. Side to side, forward, backward. Find your center. Smile. And release the tension. I hope that helps. Feel free to ask any questions you have about this in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And I hope you have a nourishing day and a fruitful meditation practice.